Welcome to my tarot card reading for April 2019, Libra, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with your reading, my dear Libra. We have here Babalu, the Outcast, and Elewa, and right next to it we have the High Priest with Venus, Taurus, Moon, and the Lovers, Mercury, Gemini, and the North Node. During this month of April, you are going to make decisions, okay, that are heavily influenced, and you don't have control over it, by your point of views of life. House number 2, what more values, your philosophy of life, what you think is correct. Also, money is involved in the formula. It's not going to be a very easy decision. You're going to feel like you are against the wall, and that's what the tarot cards are talking about. But when we look at these cards here, they're letting us know that decision that you're going to make or you're taking during this month at the end was not the wisest. It was not the best. It could have been a reckless decision, or anything along that line, if you get my vibe of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so be very careful. We have Mercury in the formula, so we're talking about paperwork, contracts, signature, and things like that. It could be a verbal promise, oral promise, so be very careful of what you are going to do. Okay, we have this card here. This could hint us what is really going on. It could be that in the past, it could be March, it could be at the beginning of the year up to March, you have been feeling a little bit indifferent. There might be a little bit of apathy leaking into your life, and that is clouding your judgment. That is not allowing you to be true and honest with yourself. I hope you get what I'm saying, because here we're talking about defense mechanism. Okay, we're talking about defense mechanisms that are working. Therefore, this is something that is very deep in the unconscious, and you need to be aware of that, because of that, we are going to have a decision that is going to be taken on the first week of the month. Okay, it could be that we're stubborn, we don't want to listen, and we want to do things our way. We have our own opinion. We are heavily opinionated, and the decision is not based on facts, but it's more about feelings, emotions, what you think is the right way of doing something. Okay, and you have to be very careful on that, because that's what the tarot cards are saying. That's more or less the decision. And for example, let's put this into context. For example, marriage. There are signs and symptoms signaling that the person that you're going to marry is someone that is exhibiting characteristics of someone that is, or it could be an abuser in the relationship. Okay, if the signs and symptoms are there, but you're fooling yourself, that's up to you. You decide whatever you're going to do. The tarot cards are just letting you know. Obviously, if you get married, you're going to celebrate, especially during the second week. You're going to be happy, celebrating, whatever it is. It could be that you decide to forgive your partner for whatever stupid thing he did. Okay, whatever your partner did, that show you that it's not convenient, that is a scary relationship, that is not a relationship that should be kept, but you decide to forgive the person. You're going to be celebrating. You see what I mean, right? It could mean that you decide to buy a business, to start your own business, With this, I'm not saying not to do it, but what are the circumstances of why you're doing what you're going to do? Okay? Are you convincing yourself that is the right thing to do? Okay? Whatever it is, by the second week, it seems like you go ahead with whatever you put in your mind. It was a treatment, like a back surgery, whatever it is, you go and you do it. It could be a treatment. Probably you decide to come up with a treatment using herbs, for example. And you're going to do it, and you're celebrating, everything is fine, blah, blah, blah. But by the third week, you are seeing the results. It's saying that there's a loss. Okay? But this is going to be a loss that is going to open your eyes. It's going to clarify many things. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to be a lesson experience. Okay? Keep that in mind. For example, someone broke with you, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever, or whoever, and you decide, because you are upset, you're angry, you're depressed, whatever it is, what you're feeling, you decide to do something that you never did before. Getting drunk, going to a bar, getting drunk, using drugs, whatever it is, okay? And everything is, woo, fabulous. But then, by the third week, you're going to start seeing the results. And the results are, like, for example, you might end up having an STD, STI, a sexually transmitted disease, a sexually transmitted illness, okay? And then you're paying the price for that careless, reckless behavior, okay? So be very careful. Did you get what I'm trying to say? I hope so. Then by the last week, is now we have the devil. And here what the tarot card is saying is that whatever is the decision you have taken, that is going to be, it has strings. It's going to have consequences, and you will have to learn to live with it. Let's say you have, you get drunk, whatever it is, you lose your judgment, you lose your inhibitions, and you end up having sex, unprotected sex, and you end up having HIV or hepatitis, or, you know, and now you have to live with it. Does it make sense? It doesn't have to be that dramatic. I'm just giving you examples so you can have an idea what is the energy that is coming forward here. It could be that you get pregnant and you have a baby, but the person doesn't want to be responsible for it, and now you have a baby, and it's going to change your whole life. So you have to be very careful of what you do, okay? Because whatever it is, the tarot card is saying that the weight, the consequences are going to change, and is going to attach you to it, okay? You make a decision of using drugs, and then you go and they're doing a test at work, and then you come out positive to the drugs, then you might lose your job, okay? You might get caught, and then you end up in jail. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say? And that's what the tarot cards are saying here, okay? So this is a month where you have to be very careful of very specific decisions that you make. When those decisions are influenced by apathy, indifference, I wouldn't say anger. It's more like apathy, indifference, a careless, reckless way of thinking that nothing is going to happen to you, that you know better. Does it make sense? With that common denominator, you can apply everything in life. Okay? In every department of life, you can apply it, and you more or less have an idea what to do. Okay? These are the warnings and advice for you for Libra, April 2019. Until the next one.